Hello friends, welcome to my Cozy Haven. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you clicked my video today. I'm just going to be chatting to you about the books that I've read this week, what I'm planning to read this weekend, my plans for Easter weekend. How are we in April? I felt that January went quite quickly, but for me, February, March have just flown. It's like, what? When did all of this happen? So it's been... It just seems like time is speeding. Do any of you guys feel like that? I would love to know. So luckily today, the moment we've got sunshine, blue sky with some clouds. It's lovely. The weather this week has been nice. There've been a couple of afternoons this week where I've actually napped on the sofa with the sun coming in the window, and it's just been absolutely cozy and lovely, and I just really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's been a good week. My friend left on Tuesday morning, but it was lovely having her here. Monday we went out for lunch and just had a wee wander where we were, and it was just really nice. And we sort of chatted about books. We sort of started making tentative. Well, we've agreed that we're going away for a big birthday I have in a couple of years' time, but we want to start planning it now. So that's it's exciting to what we think we're going to do, but we need to save the readies to do it. So yeah. So that's kind of what else have I done this week. Yesterday where Mum and Dad and I were out as well. We did go to Waterston's. I walked out with no books. I was very good. I saw one that I definitely want to get, but it's in hardback. It's a chunker, but that is over 500 pages. But I am tempted to. I'm tempted by it. I came home to see if it was on Libby. It's not on Libby. So it's like, But there are other books I want first, so that'll just sit in the background and wait if necessary. Anything else that I want to do? I think that's it. Shall we get on with the books? I think that's really what you want to talk about, isn't it? So the first book I finished this week was Wayward by Amelia Hart. I was buddy reading this with Rebecca from Colourful Book Nester. I gave this 4 out of 5. As you can see, I've tabbed the billy out of it. This was a 3-story timeline. So we meet in the present day Kate, who flees from her abusive husband. We then meet Violet in 1942, whose father won't tell her anything about her mother, because her mother has passed away, and Violet wants to know more things about her, but everybody's being hush-hush about it. And then we meet Alpha in 1619, who is on trial being accused of being a witch. And it's how all these stories are tied together, but with a thread. I absolutely loved it. I don't want to say too much about it because I think it's better you go in with this one blind. For a debut novel, it was really good. There is so much to take from this book. The way that women have been treated, and especially those who are accused of witchcraft. The way in the 1940s, etc. It was like, even though the war was on and women were doing their bit, some women were still being controlled by, their fathers. And then modern day, you've got a lady who is being abused by her partner, and it's like, how does she find her way out? So there were a lot of really strong stories in this, and it's not a light and fluffy, guys. I'm going to say that now. This is not a light and fluffy. This is hard hitting. It makes you think. You're like, you get angry at times, you get very sad, but it was such a good read. I would definitely probably pick up something else by Amelia Hart. I'm not sure she's written anything, because this came out, when did this come out? This came out in 2023, so it was fairly recent. So yes, and I even put a little note with what my various tabs mean. There are certain bits where I've put comments and on little tabs. I don't see myself keeping this book. It'll probably go to a charity shop. I don't know if Mum or Dad would want to read it. If they do, fine. But if they don't, I'm actually going to hand it in tabbed, so that somebody else can maybe see what I found interesting. I don't know, what about you guys? If you get a book when you go into a bookshop, a second-hand bookshop, a thrift shop, and it's tabbed, are you happy or are you annoyed? I would love to know. I mean, I haven't written in it. I've just tabbed bits that I thought were interesting. So yeah, let me know. What are your thoughts? It would be very interesting to find out. I then took up on the 26th of March. I think it's Mama Reads Romance. Every 25th of the month she starts a Christmas book, and I was already a couple on the go, so I decided no, I'm going to wait, and I picked it up on the 26th, and that is Christmas at the Borrow, a Bookshop by Kylie Dunbar. This is book number 2 in the series. So we meet Magnus, and Magnus has come from Iceland to basically take 2 weeks at the Borrow Bookshop. But the ironic thing is that his brother has given it to him as a present, and Magnus is what Magnus thinks is a failed bookshop owner in Iceland. And he's not exactly happy with the gift, but he comes. We also meet Alexandra, and she gets stranded in Clove Lore, which is where the bookshop is, during a storm, and her boat is driven ashore. She and Magnus are both trying to find their way in life now for various reasons. And it's basically their stories. It's what they decide to do, how they decide to do it. There's also a tragedy that happens, not a death as it were, but a natural disaster. There you go, I'm going to put it that way. Natural disaster that happens in Christmas that means that the whole community are affected, and it's how they as a community come together and sort things out. We meet a number of the characters that were in book 1, which is great because you get the continuation of their story, which I absolutely loved, and I am so glad I've read this one. Mum read it, loved it. I look forward to reading the next ones. So yeah, I think Mum's got them secreted somewhere. I'm going to have to find them, because I definitely want to read them, because I really like them. They're a good story, a fun story. I gave this one 4 out of 5 as well. Then for something completely different, I read A Problem for the Shalley School by Eleanor and Brent Dyer. In this one, we meet Rose Lily, who has come to the Shalley School on a scholarship and is very unsure as to how the girls will treat her, knowing that she's a scholarship girl. But it's how she settles into the school. Until somebody from her previous school arrives, and this girl's a nasty piece of work. She is just an absolute vindictive little bag. And it's how Roz is treated by the others, and how the others treat this other girl. It was good. I mean, it's very much there are lessons to be learned from this. And it's how you should treat people, no matter what, who cares what people's parents do or what job you do. It's how you are as a person. And that's what this story was about. And it was about somebody also learning that the airs and graces that they thought they should have were really not appropriate. The language they used was not appropriate. I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 out of 5. It's not my most favourite, and that's for sure, but there was a good lesson for people to learn from this book. So happy I've read it again. I then read a novella called Moment of Truth by Angela Miller Curtis, which is a Dear One story. This was a freebie. And it's about this girl who is going off to university. And she's a bit unsure, as most freshers are, as to what she's going to find and how she's going to cope. And on her first night, she gets invited by this boy to a party. And she discovers that at the party, they're doing shots, they're smoking weed. And she does it just to fit in. And herself and this boy become friends. And they sort of start dating. But she's still not very sure because she doesn't in many ways like the way he is when they're around other people. Things come to a head and she realises, no, he's not the one for me, and she breaks it off, which he is kind of huffy about, but that's fine. And she realises that she wants her friends to be Christians as she is. She wants to have wholesome friendships. She wants to be treated with respect, with kindness, etc. And it's basically the story, 6 chapters of her kind of finding her people and finding what she wants from university and how she goes in with one idea what she wants to do, but then decides, no, actually I'm changing. I'm changing my major because it's more in line with my thinking and my faith and everything. I enjoyed it. It was good. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. So it was a nice wee palate cleanser, as the saying goes. And just before I put my Kindle away, I made myself a Kindle pouch. I think I sort of quickly showed it in my vlog, but so my friend and I both made one, and we used the same fabric, but we put it in different ways. So mine is slightly smaller than hers, but it fits my Kindle beautifully. It's great. I may put a wee a wee ribbon or a wee stud or something just to keep it totally closed. But so yeah, I was really chuffed on making that. I will be making some more, I have to say. I'm making Mum this weekend a case like this for her tablet. So I've already chosen the material, which is really nice. So I'm looking forward to doing that. She may come and help me herself as well, which is quite nice. But no, I'm really chuffed to have made that, and definitely want to make some more. I might have some that are seasonal, as it were. But yay, I was chuffed. So what am I reading now? I am reading The Place of Tides by James Rebanks. Because I went on a Viking river cruise, I am part of kind of what they now call Talking Viking. And it's just you get information and things like that and offers and just different things, every month. And they have a book club. I'd read the book, last month's book, but I put in for this one, never thinking I'd get it. And I did. And this is really, really good. This is about a man who goes to Norway to gain an insight into the Eider Duck ladies. And that's all I'm going to say at the moment. It's factual. I am thoroughly enjoying this one. I have till the 20th of April to read it, but I think I will do so. But I am thoroughly, thoroughly enjoying this one. It's really, really good. And then I picked up another Shalley School because I was feeling really tired and I didn't want to have anything heavy to read at night. And I've picked up The New Mistress at the Shalley School by Eleanor Embret Dyer. It's a follow-on to A Problem. So I'm kind of reading some of the series in order, which is quite nice. So yes, so I'm reading this one as well. And this is to do with the new mistress, Kathy Ferris, and how she is going to settle down at the Shalley School, we hope, and everything like that. It's her first term, so it's interesting to see how she's reacting to the pupils and the other members of staff and everything. I am enjoying it. It's a fun read. So that's all that I've been reading this week and what I'm going to be reading this weekend. What else do I plan to do this weekend? Well, I've got rugby this weekend. We've got the European Champions Cup, so both Edinburgh and Glasgow are playing this weekend. But we will watch a lot of their all the other matches as well. Unbeknown to Mum and Dad, I've got them kind of Easter bunnies and some Easter eggs. I'm going to do a mini Easter egg hunt on Sunday around the house. So I think they will enjoy that. I did it last year and they had loads of fun. So I plan to do that again this Sunday. But it's going to be a quiet weekend. I always say quiet weekend, don't I, friends? But it is going to be very quiet this weekend. I think we will just rest and enjoy. I will read, maybe do some other crafting as well. We'll see. But yeah, just a nice, relaxing, calm weekend, which is going to be good. So that's it. I hope that you all have a wonderful Easter. I was about to say Christmas there. Oh, have a wonderful Easter. Please come chat with me down in the comments. Have you read any of the books that I've mentioned? Do any of them, from what I've said, sound interesting to you? I'd love to know. What are your plans for the weekend? Have I said that already? My brain is just brain fog. Yeah, come chat with me down in the comments. And I know I've got some new subscribers, so hello, thank you very, very much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I love seeing that my channel is growing. It just makes me very, very happy. I love doing these videos. I know I try to be consistent with my posting days, but just sometimes I just can't do it. But thank you so much for subscribing, and for all my subscribers. You mean everything. I'm so happy that you subscribe, so thank you very, very much. Until my next video, friends, happy Easter, stay safe, and happy reading. Bye.